Yo, yo, yo. See y'all in the chat. See J Tom. We about to go ahead, go crazy. We got Keisha. See Quickie Sticky. See Lord Racer. See y'all, man. And y'all see the title. This after this. It's been a crazy few days, man. But we about to go ahead and get started. We got, y'all see J Tom in the chat. We got Flex from the Flex Your Mind Network. And make sure y'all go check them out. Got their links in the description. Make sure y'all go show them some love. You can, I hear you, Flex. You can do it. All right, we about to go ahead and get started, man. I'm about to go ahead and bring everybody in. Let me pull up my Discord. Hey. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and get my Discord ready. Hey. Get the music.
Oh shit.
Here we go.
Hey. How y'all doing? How chat? Hey chat, everything good with audio? Chat.
How's the audio?
Come on, chat. Let us know.
How's the audio? Can y'all hear us?
Yeah, make sure everybody
Sure, I
good,
see
everybody
you.
nice and clear. Everything
Oh,
good.
it's great.
Yup. See you, Rocky. Bet.
Rocky's locked in.
Seen sponsor. Right. Appreciate you, Rebecca. All right. Y'all see what's
What's good,
up,
Rebecca?
man. Hey,
Rebecca, I see you.
it's the first time on the Starsky. We got the Flex Your Mind Network, and we got J Tom. Go ahead and let y'all introduce yourselves.
Hey, I'm gonna let you go first, Flex.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, listen, y'all know what time it is, all right? Let's turn up. Let's go. Come on, let's get it cracking. But hey, you know what I gotta do. Yo, right here in the small box. Welcome back to Starsky Studios live panel. I am Flex from the Flex Mind Network. Welcome to the conversation. Let's go, man. Let's get it
Yes,
popping.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right.
And for
Next
the
up, we got
people
J
that
Tom.
for the people that don't know me, I'm J Tom Reactions. I'm a new YouTuber. I'm a new reactor. I do hip hop and I do comedy sometimes. Hey, we're just vibing today. Let's go.
Right. And hey, J Tom, I'm glad you mentioned that because of course, I wouldn't say I'm a small YouTuber. Well, I'm still a small YouTuber, but I'm not a brand new YouTuber. Had a 1 year anniversary, and I started from the 7-minute drill from the last beef. So
Nice.
I see like there's been this cultural divide, and I know we been talking about it. It's more than just a rap beef. We've seen new media pop up. So I know, J-Ton, you say you brand new, you just popped up. We all pretty much brand new to the YouTube space. So when did you start once again, and why did you start? Let's start off there.
Okay, so I started the first video I actually did was when Screwface, I forgot who he was dissing, but I started off with a Screwface diss. Yeah. No, I don't think it was Knox Hill because it was more around November, December,
Oh, gotcha.
around that time. And I started because I got 2 herniated discs. I couldn't work anymore, so I pretty much just started doing this. And yeah, I know that you have to grind in order to start getting monetized, so I just started working.
Great. What about you, Flex?
Man, where do I start?
Oh yeah. Hey, that's what we here for.
Okay. Hey, say less. So I ain't gonna lie, it's been a roller coaster ride for me, to be honest, because for just figuring out what to do, just how to get popping, how to get cracking, I've been all over the place. Technically, I made this channel. Technically, I made it like 4 years ago, but I never used it. Let me start there. But as I got familiar with like YouTube and everything, I'm like, okay, let me try doing like a podcast with my friends. So I did that for like over a year, but still never went anywhere. But like for a podcast, it kind of makes sense, right? So not too worried about it. I just kept dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping like Drake. But my point is it got to a point where everybody I was podcasting with got burnt out. And I made the executive decision to like, you know what? Everyone's been wanting me to do reactions. Everyone wants me to do like solo, like YouTube things, whatever. So I'm like, let's start doing the reactions. And I think the first reaction I did was to Euphoria. So way back. But I was never consistent at all. As soon as I did the first upload, I'm like, no, I can't do this. But I eventually said, you know what? I see everyone talking about the aftermath. I'm like, I gotta jump in. And I think my 1 year was like maybe a couple weeks ago. If I think about it. So I hit my 1 year too, pretty much.
Oh yeah, so I'm glad we having these conversations, especially if you're watching at home. Because I was having this conversation with, if you know, We Are Deciphered. He told me that the reason why he started his reaction from watching me. So like even listening to you, Flex, like our entire kind of come up, why our entire reasoning behind it is extremely similar. Because I had a podcast before, I had friends, we were doing our thing, they got burnt out. I decided to start Starsky, do it on my own, and now we're here. So yeah. And like I said, we started around a similar time too. So mentioning that, like my purpose behind it was, well, at first, of course, when you first get started, you just start uploading because you love the music and everything. But once, and my story is, I uploaded 7-minute drill, and it had like got like 26,000 views like in 3 days.
God damn.
So that would got So and after that, I was like, cool, this is it. That's all I needed. Like, and that was the motivation. And after that, the next video got like 500 views, and then you start like having to once again go through that drought. And
yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, so and even then, the purpose behind it was, at the time, like I said, this was Kendrick and Drake, but it was more of a cultural shift. Where you see the Adam 22, DJ Vlad, and DJ Academics. It's really like this huge split between us, where you had to really pick a side. And it wasn't just between Kendrick and Drake, it was with the media as well. So it created this entire new breed, new generation of content creators. So this is how we ended up here. So literally, this is I know we gonna bridge this back to what's going on right now with the East versus West Coast. Now, we were talking about, like, a lot of the conversation was when Kendrick was breaking these records, when he was on the chart, they were talking about, is lyricism back? Are we paying attention to lyricism? And a lot of people were worried. They were saying, well, it's only Kendrick right now. So Kendrick can't do it on his own. But now you see people are rapping. And not only that, it's still getting the attention that we would have gave to something else, some other, in the last 2-3 years. By this time, it's almost summertime. So imagine what we'll be doing around. We would have been listening to some pop record, we out here rap battling. And it's summertime. It's nice and bright outside, right? And we getting deep, and we talking about lyricism and bars. So speak on that. Do you think that like the current state of hip hop is lyricism back? Like, is this a statement?
This is a good
Of
question.
course.
This is a good question. This is a good question. I'll let you go. I'll let you go first.
Yeah, start it
Okay.
off.
Of course it's back.
Oh yeah.
To me, yes. To me, it is back because, like I was saying it today in my live stream that I did. I think hip hop is winning. Like, I don't look at it as an East Coast versus West Coast thing because everybody's trying to get, promote themselves. I'm looking at it as Joey Bada has opened the floodgates, and it's pretty much, yo, whoever can get it is gonna get it. Whoever can go and get in the ring, they're gonna get it. And what I'm talking about getting it is the bread, is the views. It's getting into hip hop. So that's why I gave the trophy today to hip hop.
Go ahead,
I like
Flex.
that. Okay. So, in short, my answer is hip hop is definitely back. Where do I go from here, man? Because think about it. Like, first of all, no, first. Yo, give a round of applause for hip hop, bro.
Yes, sir.
That display
Yes, sir.
that
Absolutely.
we had, man. We needed that. That's something we've needed for such a long time. You know?
Absolutely.
Think about all the songs in the past that's been coming out prior to these beefs. We've been tired. Now, I'm a little different because I work security in the places where those songs are gonna go. So I see what it does. But in my mind, I'm like, yo, play something, bro. You know what I'm saying? But going back to the topic, hip hop is definitely winning. It's definitely up right now. But if you're on the Flexing My Network, I'm a critical thinker. So when it comes to me now, I see it working, I see it happening, but how do we maintain this? How do we make sure that this stays substantial? The same old blueprint might not necessarily work with today's like network of how music actually goes, right? So now I start thinking like, okay, we know how the DSPs work. We know how hungry people are. We know how people just want to party sometimes and not really necessarily listen to like lyricism all the time. Like, how do we make this substantial? You know, I didn't mean to throw the question out already. Like,
no, that's perfect. That's perfect.
But this is
Valid
how
points.
I think. I'm long term. Like, also I might as well throw this out there. Like, another reason why I'm like this is because I graduated for advertising and marketing communications. So I'm well more versed into the marketing realm and how to make these things work, or possibilities of putting this thing called hip hop on a pedestal for an extended period of time. And I think I cracked it. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I'm sorry. I talk a lot.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I was listening.
No, you're good, bro. You're good.
Okay.
Yeah, I was listening. I'm locked in.
Okay, my fault. So, okay. I'm not gonna lie, whether people like it or not, or hate it or not, Kendrick's actually leading the charge for this based on what he's doing with his tour, based on the Grammys he's won, based on the Super Bowl that he did, right? Reason why I list those things is now because I don't know if y'all notice on the tour how the screen is set up, like the big screen. I don't know if y'all noticed, but that's actually like technically a large, like gigantic interactive screen based on the different backgrounds, right?
Yeah.
So now my brain is starting to think like, okay, since they're doing this on tours, and now like Kendrick is like an example of like, okay, this is what hip hop looks like now, and we can integrate this with technology and just have an overall superior experience rather than just have a traditional experience. For example, if you saw what Drake did in Australia, that's traditional.
Yeah.
You know, for anybody, any artist that's out there on tour, whatever stage they go on, that's traditional. But now we're starting to evolve slowly, integrating technology within to our performances so that they can take that to all those people in the head offices, all those CEOs. You know, PG Lang is working,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Absolutely.
So now there's definitely a wide range of possibility for hip hop to technically go down the technical route, you know, because we've already touched, like, when you think about the pillars of hip hop, we've already touched on so many areas where you might not usually see hip hop. For example, fashion, right? So since we're here now,
Ray-Bans.
there you boy,
Yeah,
Chanel.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
So now that the possibilities are there for hip hop to kind of mix and mingle with all these other aspects of our lives, we've seen it go to film now, where some hip hop producers are going into film. You can technically say film is another pillar of hip hop. It's just not confirmed.
Absolutely.
Right? So now, like, with the tour and what I'm noticing, also having like little like plays, little snippets, like that's kind of mixing film and tech at the same time.
Yeah, and with Kendrick, his performance is more like it's theater. It's I almost going to live theater. It's the way that he performs, especially the Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. That too, if y'all saw that, that was pretty much just entire play. Like, and
that was cinema.
Exactly. So going back to Kendrick and trying to see how we can take this further. The people that I see it taking it further, of course, coming from TDE, number one is Doechii. I think she's gonna be the captain that but one of the big superstars, because of course she's true to hip hop. She's a rapper, and she's a performer. She dances, she sings. So imagine her on tour doing something like with the budget that Kendrick has, along the line once she apparently if she keeps going down the route that she's going. And just imagine, just of course, you see I'll just say the women rapper. They do a lot with their performances. You see Meg Thee Stallion. She got dancers. They're live. They got the mics on. I'll say even Cardi B.
They're going crazy right now.
Yeah, she's a great performer, whether you like the music or not. A lot of the women, they put a lot of effort into their performances. I see Glorilla, same thing. And they like you were saying, Flex, like, how can we take this further? I think the women can kind of take it further because they can bridge that gap between the lyricism and the visual, the theatrical performance of it. Because the men, that's what, like you said, the Drake, they had their foundation, traditional way of performing, and that's what a lot of men perform like. Like, I love Playboi Carti. Like, that's one of my top, like, he's number 2 behind, like, when it comes to this listening. Kendrick's my number 1, but Playboi Carti, he's my number 2. So when they collab, that was like perfect for me. But Playboi Carti, he's not a great performer. He just jumps up and down. Him, Future, like Travis, he has great performances. I'll say, but Travis, go ahead, Flex.
Let me add, because
yeah, go ahead.
Even though this person is a very controversial topic, Chris
Brown.
You've seen what he can do.
Absolutely.
Now, outside of that, we question that heavy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Concert wise, okay, cool. We're here, we're present. I've been to at least 2 or 3 of his concerts. The experience, regardless if you like it or not, you're going there for an experience. You're going to eat that night in terms of just wonder and creativity. So that's another person too.
What you think, J-Town?
So what I think the way that we need to, because I'm going back to, what Flex was saying, and I'm also going to be going, back to what you were saying. Flex, I think the way that hip hop should be pushed forward is by us, the reactors.
Yeah.
Us, the reactors, should be taking this moment of all of these new artists that are coming out We shouldn't just be saying, "Oh yeah, that was mid." That no, we should look at it in an aspect of, "Hey, this is our chance to show who these people are."
Mm-hmm.
I know in the past it's been frowned upon. Oh, hey, here, take a look at this. Here, take a look at this. But if we the content creators take a look at this artist and we want to push them, I think that that's the way that we, you know, hip hop, we as in hip hop can continue, moving forward.
Absolutely. And
And
speaking, oh, you go ahead.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Let me
Oh, I was
just
just
add
about
to
to.
your point.
Yeah, go
Oh,
ahead.
my fault. My fault. We're all over the place, or we're just chilling.
Yeah, I was just going to add to that, just talking about add a question, because I know it's been a bit of a debate where people talk about using this battle as promotion. Because as you've seen, Joey, he announced that he having a album coming out soon. So, and I know we were just talking about rappers getting the attention. That a lot of them like I said, this is great for hip hop because everyone is getting the attention that has accumulated from the Kendrick and Drake beef. So speak on that, just using this battle as promotion.
Okay. I was live today, and Kai Cash actually dropped again. And the song that he dropped, like I said initially, right away, I thought, I'm like, first of all, this is the perfect epilogue to this.
Mm-hmm.
He's still representing himself, but still being slick with it, being cool with it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, because he's doing that in that way, he's promoting himself, and now I'm a fan. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So it comes down to your talent at the end of the day. You can't just be
Yeah.
like, oh, I do this, and then all right, cool, let's go see, and then it's mid. Nah, I'm not doing
Yeah.
that. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not promoting mid. I don't do that.
Oh no, no.
Can't promote that
See
Reggie.
the now see the East Coast, so it's gonna be mid, or it's the West Coast, is gonna be mid. No, like we should just, if we the content creator, we hear some of their music and then we want to go ahead and like push it. Like that's something that, it shouldn't be frowned upon. Like a lot of people are just looking for the big person to basically, for us to react to the big people. But if we take the time and grow hip hop, not just the sounds that we're familiar with, but if we grow hip hop, that's what I believe in. Since I started, I've had a couple, lower artists. I found them during the Joey Badass, whenever he first started this.
Mm-hmm.
And, I started promoting. And they got their music out there, and a lot of people, they got their subs up. So I think that it's a good way for us to show, hey, this is hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
This is what hip hop is supposed to be. Not just listen to the bigger artists. Yeah, like that's cool. Like I love listening to all the old school artists that I used to listen to. But at the same time, I think that we also need to do our due diligence as content creators and as reactors, and react to people that are getting the time to put their content out. And if we like it, hey, let's do it.
Right, let me
Absolutely.
add to that.
Go ahead.
All right, bet. So 1000% agree. 1000% agree without a doubt. Actually, when you think about it, but it started at such a higher level. But for us at this level, that's definitely what we can do, because think about, like, when you look at Kai, when you look at Ty Lil, when you look at Speed, and you see who they connect with. Think about this. Imagine if the labels started using those platforms however they want to do, whether if they pay or not. But what if they started to do that to break out new artists that actually have like good like music? You know what I'm saying? Like actually have talent and not just like another Ice Spice.
Mm-hmm.
That's another possibility as well. And technically, if you go down that route, that's adding towards tech being another pillar towards hip hop.
Absolutely.
Right? So
Absolutely.
at our
And
level, that's definitely a bag we can jump into. So I know I already started. J Tom already started. You know, like it's something we can do for real.
Absolutely, and that goes back into the conversation about the cultural shift where you see this split, and you've seen online there's been arguments about there's certain, I see quote put quotes, hip hop media that has not even covered these battles at all. And we'll of course we'll say number one, DJ Academics. And he's responded to that. Yeah, and he's responded to that by saying, because he's been covering just the Diddy trial, and that's it. That's the only thing he's been covering. So, and the only tweet he's made about it was when he was saying, that Kendrick hasn't responded to Joey yet. So this is just going back to what y'all were saying. Like, we are the media now. We are the new media, and that's what's being proven during this entire battle. Started off with Kendrick and Drake. That's where the foundation was kind of like Kendrick said, "Watch the party die." That battle was just pretty much just knocking down the old foundation, and now in 2025 we're starting to build up that foundation. So this is just the beginning. Absolutely. So we see we're getting started, and like Flex, you mentioned the streamers like Kai, like those big streamers. It's gonna be more of a divide on them as well, because now we're seeing we are also streamers too. So now there's gonna be the same way, because a lot of those guys they still are aligned with that side of hip hop as well, and we are aligned with this side of hip hop. So it's up, like you said, it's up to us to make the content to keep it pushing forward.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And then let's talk about this, but let's talk about cultural divides and different sides. There is a particular side of hip hop right now that's suing for rap battles. And there's still and also these people are also the main ones complaining about friendly competition with rap battles. So let's speak about just friendly competition in rap battles and being able to spit on wax to be able to still make disses but keep it respectful, still keep it hip hop. Speak on that.
You know, I'll go first, Flex. I'm sorry.
No, you good. I'm reserved right now. That's my arms across.
Yeah. So I think that Lobry is his whole deal is not gonna go through. And mainly because there has been a battle going right now. They're gonna use this battle against him. They can do that. Yeah. They can turn around and use this battle that just happened where everybody was disrespected.
Everybody.
The whole East Coast was disrespected. The whole West Coast was disrespected. Everybody is getting disrespectful right now. So how is it that one guy got in his feelings and decided to sue? This is going to be used against him and his lyrics. So those are my thoughts. Yeah, go ahead, Flex. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
I see your face, Flex.
Y'all know I'm from Canada, right?
Yeah, that's
hey,
absolutely.
That's why I'm laughing, Flex. Oh man, here we go.
This is the lamest ish I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen some foolishness in my life, I promise you that. This little light-skinned boy needs to stop doing what he's doing immediately. Every time I kind of cover this kind of topic, every time I'm always like, yo, you got to stop because you're not going to win. Literally, we're going through this case. Bro, you have nothing. You have nothing. Every time something new comes out that they try to do, they're grasping at air that they probably shouldn't be breathing. Like it's just gotten to a point now where it's like, bro, can you just stop and just make some music, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just I sit here knowing where I'm from and just knowing that some of the people around here are kind of like, I ain't gonna lie, some of them slow. A lot of people really think what Drake is doing is gonna help them in the long run, when no, it's gonna make it worse for y'all. You already know that there's a shift happening in hip hop right now, in rap music in general. Why? Think about it. All those dudes that were dominating before, they're all afraid to drop because they don't want to look stupid. Like, so because of that happening now, and then now you have Drake doing what he's doing, trying to sue like it's gonna work, bro. No. And on top of that, isn't he supposed to drop an album soon? Like, yo, bro, what are you doing right now is going to ruin your rollout. Because we know for a fact, even with the news that we got from the villain Jalopy about the amicus brief, and the team of lawyers that are educating the court about how these things work, how battle rap works, how rap battles work. In the documents, they're being fully educated about this. If they go through all of that and they still want to continue, they're still gonna lose.
Yeah.
There's no base here. Like, literally, you just started running with no backup, no like, yo, okay, we can always fall back to. You don't have anything. And as we keep going on with like I'm just like, please stop, please stop, please stop. You're making it worse for us. I won't be surprised if they start putting tariffs on beats. Okay, I won't be surprised if these producers start putting 30% tariffs on beefs. Anything outside Canada, y'all got to pay a 30% premium. I wouldn't be surprised. I swear to you, I would not be surprised at all. It is sad. Oh my god.
It is sad, and everything what you said, Flex, everything you said was fact. And just these educators having to go and actually, teach them what a rap battle is. I was looking at that document that the educators were going and they were presenting to the court. I took a look at it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was gonna do a reaction to that. I was gonna read it, but halfway through, I was like,
"It's a waste of time."
Yeah.
Are you serious? Are you serious? Like, you guys actually have to get educated to know that he has no premise. He has nothing to back him up. It was just a rap battle, and that's it.
That's it. And let's see. So, to going back to, like you said, because there's a lot of narratives going around the rap battle itself, and like we're saying, of course, we love it. We think it's hip hop is a sport. We love the battle. We love the competition, and we have no issue with everyone capitalizing off this opportunity. Even the song that Daylyt just put out, I'm not sure if y'all already heard that, but the one he just put out, where he was just talking about just what we've done, what they've done. I'm talking about, like, I'm a part of it, but what they did just in these last few days for hip hop itself. And then going back to how this all goes back to the Control verse, where this has been 10 years brewing, and now it's reached the compound interest where it's trying to finally tipping over. Like I said, 2024, burn everything down, watch the party die. 2025, we're here. We got the lawsuit going on right now. So what do y'all think is the future for Drake? Well, whether he wins or loses his lawsuit.
First of all, shout out Tiff, but he studied rap battles for a living, no?
That's what he says.
No,
Tom, you can go
no,
first.
He doesn't.
Go first.
Hey, so Drake going on like in the future, I don't think Drake. I think he's just gonna dissolve into the sunset. I say dissolve because he's gonna have his fans, right? But they're gonna be tuned into his live streams. But he's gonna dissolve into the sunset because I don't know if you know, but J. Cole is also going into the sunset too after this next album that he drops. He said it himself. So they both started at the same time, and notice one of them left the battle. So the other one that lost the battle is also going to dissolve and go away. Fade away, yes, fade away. But I'm saying dissolve.
Like this trickle, like slowly start to trickle away. I give you, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so those. Hey, if he drops, he drops. He can stay on that side of hip hop. You know, he can go back to doing pop music.
And remember, he said no more features, so he's doing this completely by himself from now on. Remember? So
let's see if he could do it.
That's a big mistake. You know he's not gonna do it.
He gonna try to probably add like a few small artists like you probably never heard of before, but he go. And my thing is too, like you just mentioned. I'm glad you mentioned Cole and Drake. Is like you see the former big three. 2/3 of that big three, one is physically, you said, dissolving out. The other one is about to retire. And you see Kendrick, he's stepping into that OG sensei role. Like Kendrick, he's starting a brand new journey. So not just with the music, now he's stepping into, literally he's a like, I know I don't want to put him on that pedestal, but like right now within black culture, he's literally cemented in, like, I was about to be blasphemous. I ain't gonna say that. I'm not like he's up there with the, like he's gonna be a part of Black American history forever now. I'll just say that. Like he's up there with Michael Jackson. Like that's like he's up there with the Michael Jackson and the Princes. I'll say that. So the role that he's stepping in now, you see Kanye West. I think he's going to start replacing him when it comes to being the curator for our culture, the same way Kanye was once in that role, like Kanye and Pharrell. He's going to step up. I say add Pharrell in there as well. He's gonna reach that legendary role where now he's the OG. He's part of the, like you said, the Ray-Bans. He has Chanel. He's reaching so many different assets of culture, like Flex, you said, going into tech. Like he's reaching so many different parts of society that now, like we got to continue to push that movement forward. That's the only thing we can do.
Man, you know, growing up, I hate to admit this.
Go ahead.
But when I was in high school, I used to listen to Drake.
I did too.
The last year of high school, the last year of my high school was when Drake was barely coming out. I don't like admitting it because whenever I found out that he had ghostwriters, I was like, go over there. Because I was also listening to the Talib Kweli's. I was also listening to Nas. I was listening to Tupac's old stuff. I was listening to Ice Cube's old stuff. You know, I was really into that type of hip hop. So to find out that somebody had ghostwriters, like I was like, go sit down somewhere else, man. I wasn't really into his music anymore, and it was around either his second or third album. It was around that time. Yeah, I think you froze, bro.
I froze.
Oh, no. Flex did.
Oh yeah, Flex. Yeah, your Flex froze.
Yeah, Flex is aura farming right now. There you go.
All right.
So yeah,
let me speak.
Yeah,
on
it was
because I know a lot of people. I think was it Ebro, I think he said it. Well, he was talking about Drake being a sickness. Remember that? We was talking about Drake being a sickness.
What's going on?
Yeah, you were froze for a little bit.
Oh, back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you were aura farming there for a second, bro.
Yeah, you just still pose. Yeah, but
where did we leave off?
man,
we freeze.
I was about to talk
say that
about.
Again?
I was just trying to figure out where did we leave off before I froze, because I felt like I had something to say. That's the only reason why I'm asking.
Let's see what, because I know J Tone was saying something. Talk about Drake. You say you was Drake was you was a Drake fan.
Yeah.
And him having ghostwriters. And then
Yeah, that was around the point where I was like, nah, this dude isn't hip hop. He's not hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I was really like, I was disappointed because he had hits. He had really good, that was around the time when Started From the Bottom, Now We're Here.
Yeah.
Came out. And I was like, you know what? That's a good song. Tuscan Leather? Come on. But then I got disappointed. Yeah. Pound Cake? Come on, man. And then when I found out, nah, he has ghostwriters. Nah. I'm sorry, bro. I can't do it.
Okay. Let me just say, it makes sense though if you think about it, because Drake was the golden goose for the industry and the shift that they made to DSPs. So they needed somebody not only that they can push, but to make sure that they give him the right songs to make sure that he's gonna fly. So in reality, that's the business behind it, man. That's how it goes behind the closed doors. So
absolutely,
when I look back and then I see like his whole timeline and everything and how it went down, how he stole songs, how he stole from artists, like what Quickie said in the chat, free Majid Jordan from the OVO Sweatshop and a lot of other people. But the way that he shook down people, like he did that with his label behind him. So it makes sense going down that timeline. So now that I look back, I'm like, that's what the label wanted. And they made it work for how many years?
Yeah, and that's what's so crazy
all
about
of the
Drake.
Years.
Drake suing. It's like,
again?
Just for a little bit. But you good, though. I think you good now. But that's one of the things that's so crazy about Drake suing. It's because it's like we saw how much the label backed you up on everything that you did. So for now, since you're not winning anymore, now you want to throw a tantrum. And even then, going back to, I remember when Ebro was calling Drake a sickness and saying that Drake, he's pretty much just the figurehead. Like you said, the industry really backed him up. He was a puppet for the industry. And now, Kendrick, he kind of slayed that dragon. And of course, the industry's looking for another Drake. They're desperately looking for another one. Because UMG, they didn't want to.
They're not going to find it.
Yeah, it's gonna be extremely difficult. Because UMG, they didn't want to let this relationship go. Drake, he was just throwing a temper tantrum. But UMG was like, hey, we didn't have anything to do with this. We still love you. We still want to make money off of you. And Drake is like, nah, you did this on purpose. UMG's like, okay, cool. But
they held on to him for too long.
Yeah. So now, and I think I had this conversation a while ago. It's like, who could be that next Drake? I know they tried with Jack Harlow. They tried with I think Doja Cat. They tried with Ice. They've been pushing different people, and it's never been working. So I'm trying to see.
They're pushing the wrong people.
Absolutely.
But that's what goes.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, and I was just about to talk about the difference between Doechii and her industry plant allegations versus what we've seen with, like I said, that side, like the Jack Harlow, those experiments that failed, the Ice Spice experiment, the Sexy Red experiment. So there, like I said, there always going to be that was two sides. But who who would you see right now that's being pushed to that side? Or you think they're just completely going off something else? Because I see country music going crazy. Like I could just try to like completely switch. Go ahead, Flex.
So I don't know if a lot of people realize, but they actually started pushing Afro beats a lot heavier than usual. Naming with Tyler.
Yeah. Tyler,
If you pay attention to that. Over
Burner
the
too.
years, that too, but he's slowly getting out there. It's like we've had him for a minute and he's still doing good. But up till recently, some of the hits that he's been putting out, some of the tracks, it's a little shaky. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But for Africa, they have a plethora of artists. Look what they did with Rema. Rema's worldwide now.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
he's
like
going
people,
crazy.
That's what I'm saying. So you have people in like China and Japan. They love Rema out there. That's how dominant like his reach is.
Yeah.
So I feel like at this point now, they might go international to kind of not necessarily find the next Drake, but to utilize other artists to emulate that same figure.
Absolutely.
I think that's the play now. So instead of focusing on one, which was their biggest mistake, let's go back to the older like way of going about things, like early 2000s, for example, where we had multiple people popping in their own sectors of music, whatever genre that they're in. We'll get this person popping, and if they fade out, we'll get the next person up. That's how it used to be.
Yeah, they had systems. They had like Motown, like all of them. They had entire like that was for real industry plants for sure.
Yep, that's how it goes.
So I think right now, reggaeton, I've been seeing that really pop right now. Bad Bunny right now is reggaeton's industry plant.
The number one.
Absolutely. He goes.
Everyone. He goes in. I'm not gonna lie. I listen to Bad Bunny. Too. The numbers are insane. But I've been seeing that, and I've also seen a shift because I'm also, you know, on that side of hip hop. I consider reggaeton Spanish hip hop, like Spanish pop, Spanish hip hop around that side. But yeah, Rauw Alejandro is better than Bad Bunny. I agree with you, Keyshawn. I agree with you. I do think because he's a multi-genre artist. He not only does reggaeton, he not only does Spanish hip hop, but he's also into salsa. He's also been doing mambo. He's also been doing other things, and he's another Drake.
And they crazy. They did a song together. Crazy.
They did. And that was when I made that connection. I was like, I see it. I was like, okay, I see what you. I see it's going. Yeah, before Bad Bunny, it was J Balvin. I agree with you, Subcomandante. I agree with you. But yeah,
absolutely.
I'm more connected on that side, but I'm also really connected in like West Coast, you know, East Coast, and the South. Absolutely. When it comes to hip hop.
And I saw somebody in the chat talking about AI as well. Like they're trying to dabble into that AI. I know that's gonna be. Yeah, it's gonna and that's gonna be a big thing that's coming up. So, like the thing about AI is, of course, you can make the music, but it's about still the marketing. You still gotta have people pay for it, and I want Flex. I want you to talk about that. Trying to shape the branding and the image of AI right now, because the reputation is horrible right now.
So this happened a while ago. I think this was pre-COVID. I forgot which record label did it, but they actually made an AI artist a while back.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, and it kind of worked for a little bit. And I'm not gonna lie, that's very scary. because you haven't heard about it since, so you know they're working on something deep within the industry,
Mm-hmm.
and that's
Oh, and
frightening in itself.
speaking of that, you just saw Google just released something as well, a new AI, where they could just type in the prompt, and it's oh man, looks so good. It looks so good.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. 'Cause I know y'all been seeing it. It's been trending all
Gemini?
over. I think it was like Vero. I think it's something like Vero.
Something like that. But it's just it's very scary. That's why talent really matters right now. Because
Mm.
if it starts to slip, if it starts to fade in any kind of way, they're gonna start to use that. If not, they might be already using it, to be honest. Because think about the industry plants, like the actual ones. The Ice Spice is taken. They already replaced Ice Spice with that
Yeah.
stunner chick. Like she already got replaced. Now I ain't gonna lie, she looked the damn same. They both look the damn same. I'm like, how'd y'all find this? But my point is like, if that talent starts to slip in any kind of way, it's gonna be very detrimental. That brings me back to what I said in the beginning. Like, yo, it's good that we have hip hop up, but like I was saying, like, how do we maintain this? Me giving the ideas towards that, yeah, it's definitely going to work. Like, you might have to put hip hop into the stratosphere. To be honest, you got to make sure that it's going to stay on that Mount Rushmore for the rest of time. So that's why when it comes to like how you market this thing now, you have to think way outside the box. You have to far exceed what you know. Because now you got to make sure that this is going to stay established forever. And if not, it's going to get worse than what it was when it was down however many percentage points prior to the beef. At the 50 years of hip hop. Think about that. 50 years of hip hop, we
That's
have
crazy.
nothing to show.
And I see Quickie
And it
Sticky
was
in
a
the chat.
good.
He said he talked about Lupe and that AI radio station he had. You remember that?
Yeah.
So especially if you try to get conscious rappers to try to co-sign the AI. So
actually,
it get tricky.
I forgot which artist it was. I think it was Beanie Siegel or one of those artists from
Oh
way
yeah,
back when.
yeah. His vocal cords
They're
didn't mess up or
using
something.
AI. Yeah, because I think it got shot in his throat and it messed up his vocal cords in his throat, right? So he can't really talk no more.
Yeah.
So he's using AI to still create music.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, this is crazy. Like this is insane.
It is.
Yeah.
They did the whole Tupac thing. Like they're basically taking Drake's approach and using it for his advantage. Yeah. All he has to do is try to speak into the mic, and then the AI does its thing.
And yo, remember that one performance where they had the hologram of Tupac.
Yeah, Coachella.
Yo, they can blend the both together. And watch, next thing you know, you're gonna see Tupac at #1 on the charts.
Don't say that, bro.
Bro, technology's frightening, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta capture this moment. So everybody has work to do. No slacking.
It was just last Grammy. That was the first Grammy that someone that used AI actually won a Grammy. I think they used some type of AI to make a Beatles track, and that Beatles song won a Grammy.
That's promo.
So I'm not sure what they used it for. I think it was like to fix some vocals, but of course, like with the Beanie Siegel situation, I think it was for John Lennon's vocals, and they used AI for his vocals, and then they won a Grammy for it. So now it's already they win awards for it now. So now it's gonna snowball. Absolutely.
That's crazy. But how can you win an award for what a computer wrote?
That just goes to show you what they want to push. It's not just like, oh, they won it out of just like, oh, like miraculously they won the award. No, they're pushing that. That's what I'm saying. It's promo. I'm familiar with how these people work, bro. It's all promo that they're trying to do. This is not out of the blue. Everything is planned in some sort of way. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm keep saying we really got to lock in on what we have. Because we have to overpower this machine. If we can't do that, who knows?
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It is what it is.
That's one of the reasons why this rap battle was so important. It really, if the lines weren't clear, they're obviously clear now to see.
Oh, they're very
if
clear
you really
now.
if you really like us or not. And you see a lot of these OVO fans were attaching on to Joey. Now they're all of a sudden Joey's biggest fans because he's going at Kendrick, not knowing that Joey don't fuck with Drake at all.
Hey yo, and they were getting upset at me too whenever I would say that oh yeah, this is not it. This is not it. Yeah. They would get upset. I'd be like, yo, it's not that serious. It's just my opinion.
They sensitive, man. Sensitive, man. Just like their favorite rappers.
Yo, I'm getting sick.
Oh man.
I'm getting so sick. Bro, y'all don't understand. Y'all see it from y'all side. I'm seeing them in person. These are grown men. These are grown men. Forget the kids. The kids don't have no power. These are grown men. Like, when I try to have a conversation, they start to cry and argue. I'm like, brother, I'm not here for this. Like, it's bad out here, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, it's all good, Flex.
It stresses me sometimes, man. I promise you. Because, yo, I think you've seen some of the points that I make when it comes to talking about me and trying to push and advance Toronto in a proper way.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, like, what we do here right now matters. And if we continue to go down this route, it's going to get worse. Like, I say this question all the time. Like, after Drake, after Tory, after Nav, after The Weeknd, after Justin Bieber, you can add Jesse Reyes in there too. But, like, after them, in Toronto, who's next?
Hey, yo, Jesse Reyes goes hard.
Exactly, but like after when they're done, who's next?
I don't know.
Hey, I mean, we found an artist today.
I don't disagree, but it's still gonna take a lot of work to get them into that kind of stratosphere where they are.
Hey, well, let's start today.
Like I said, I don't disagree. I'm gonna connect with them after this, actually, but like that worries me so bad because like we definitely have artists here, but it's like they can't go nowhere. Like they have to leave the country, even though Canada has such a strong potential for a dominant marketing force, and we don't do anything towards it. All these people that we have here, everyone's going down their own separate avenue, but no one's connecting at one main address. That's an issue.
I feel you. So,
what? Don't talk about no top 5, by the way.
I saw the chat too. That's why I was laughing.
Like,
press a hell no.
Oh man.
Like going back to
bottom 5.
Like you said, how can we keep it going? Like they have an entire workflow now. Now you see how a lot of these rappers are going on stream with, like you said, Talil and Kai. There needs to be the same way in rap we had Kendrick to offset Drake. There needs to be offsets for the streamers and the content creators as well. Because this is just more, we can get political as well. Like right-wing content creators are going crazy right now. They getting all the views, all the attention, and it's a similar situation going on right now where there's really no balance. So we see a lot of content from the Aiden Rosses and, like you said, on that side, and they're promoting a certain type of content. They have a certain type of people on their stream. Like you see Drake, Aiden Ross, Andrew Tate, DJ Academics. It's like they all gather around these exact same places, and they all pop up on each other's content. So they have an ecosystem. Whether it's music, it's like they really create an entire monopoly that the other side does not have. So, like I said, it goes back to us, and even everybody in the chat right now. Y'all make sure we gonna support these people. I know Joey said he dropping the album soon. I'm for sure go check it out. I'm gonna react to it on stream.
I'm gonna check it out.
Absolutely. And like Ray, I really heard about Ray from the first diss he dropped with Joey. And then that's all I heard from it until I listened to his mixtape. I reacted to that on stream. And now he's one of my favorite up and coming rappers right now. So, like I said, we got to put in that work.
Facts.
Absolutely. Lose because of money.
Hey, you frozen again, Flex?
Oh no, I'm just reading the chat. Don't worry.
Yeah, I was looking at the chat too. I'm looking at the chat too.
Reading the chat.
Yeah, and these OVO fans, like, they hate anything West Coast, anything that's tied to Kendrick at all, whether it's Dolce, TDE, the West Coast at all. We're gonna have to deal with this forever, for the rest of for all time, man.
They literally just hate to be educated. That's it, bro. It takes a certain level of education to understand these bars.
Right.
Absolutely.
I honestly don't understand the Doechii hate. I listen to her music and I'm just like, damn. Like she's a good rapper.
Mm-hmm.
Quality.
She can write. Everybody in TDE can write. And industry plants, they don't really write. They don't write their music. So what about her is an industry plant? That's what I'm trying to find out. What about her says, yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like how they keep equating Jay-Z to being behind everything. How Rock Nation is like the new Illuminati. Like Rock Nation is behind everything. So it's like going back to the Doechii hate. Like I said, it's tied to number one. It's tied to Kendrick. But also that narrative of Kendrick making music to free the slaves, and then Doechii had that narrative of her making Harriet Tubman music. So it ties deeper into that as well. Like just something like that side, they want to make party music. They want to get the party lit. They don't want to listen.
That's crazy to me. Go ahead, Flex.
They simply just fear what they cannot understand. That's it.
Absolutely.
Big facts.
And we've seen this roller coaster before. Like we see Outkast and Big Boy. They at one point breaking records, winning Grammys. We see Will Smith and him, and he's like as much you want to talk about Will Smith, he did his thing. He has a huge impact on hip hop. I think he won the first Grammy for hip hop as well. So, like, we've had our moments. We had a Tribe Called Quest. Like, we have plenty of these movements. It's just about, once again, the consistency. And art itself is always a direct reflection of our conversations. And I've seen a lot of people make that comparison between Sinners and Not Like Us, and the conversations that we're having about just our willingness to get deep and analyze things. A lot of people thought that we wanted a bunch of surface level, shallow music, shallow content, and now you're seeing Sinners breaking records, you're seeing Kendrick breaking records, and we're protesting with our money, saying, hey, I don't want that anymore. Drake, he can barely sell out his arenas. He got to discount his tickets. While Kendrick, on the other side, is you like, they had to add new shows, right? In Sinners, they had to put things back in IMAX. And these things have been done for like Titanic and Avatar. Man, we talking about Sinners, and we having these deep dives and conversations that we usually don't have out publicly.
Yeah, Sinners had a good plot to it. It's one of those things where people hate on things that are good. Like, for example, I'm gonna put myself as an example. I didn't like Kobe. I didn't like Kobe because he was a Rockets killer. But I knew he was a really, really amazing player. I would never admit it to anybody. And people, whenever he passed away, rest in peace. I posted, "Ayo, R.I.P. to Kobe," and man, I got slammed on by my friends. I got slammed on Facebook. I got slammed on Instagram. Yo, you didn't used to like Kobe, da 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 da. But it wasn't a hate to Kobe. I respected his game. It's kind of like the way I respect Joey Badass. I respect Joey Badass's pen. What I didn't respect was his delivery. I didn't feel what he was rapping. He's trying to go at Ray Vaughn. He's trying to go at Dot. He's trying to go at Daylyt. But how are you gonna go at them if they're not feeling what you're saying?
And let's build on that. I like this. So this goes back to like that 20v1 situation where Joey was low-key getting jumped for a long time. So do you feel like because Joey had to go against an entire coast, it kind of watered down each individual diss a little bit? Is that, or do you feel like it was he was windmilling, he was knocking, like going crazy?
I feel like if okay, it's kind of like a 20v1, right? You pick the one that you want, and you go at that person. And we saw this during the Drake battle.
Yeah.
The Drake and Kendrick Lamar battle. It was a 20v1. Nobody was really going at Drake. Like it was like I understand Rick Ross made one diss song. Kanye West made one diss song. Nobody else was coming at Drake, but he felt like he needed to take that opportunity and diss everybody. When his main competitor was standing right in front of him. If Joey Badass would have picked one, I said that on my stream today too. If he would have picked one, if he would have gone at Daylyt, I think that, because take a look at this. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. Like it's that last one that he made. He was going in because he felt Ray Vaughn was already out. He felt Ray Vaughn was already out, so he started going at Daylyt. He set his attention to Daylyt. Listen to the way it's a night and day difference.
Absolutely.
You pick one person, and that's it. That is it. You're set. You can put all your attention and your bars and your grit, everything you want to put into it, all your emotion, you can put that into that. So yeah, I honestly think that if Joey would have just taken the time and picked his opponent, like who cares if Ray Vaughn would have came and slapped him upside the head with a diss? If he was going after Daylyt, it's just Daylyt. Everybody else could have handled his lightweight. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I see the bars. And then he was going at Kendrick at the same time, so it's like you gotta it made it the narratives go crazy. So you didn't know really, like, and also it was just way too many people dropping at the time. Like, go ahead, Flex. I see you thinking.
Yeah, I see you thinking over there.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, though. Like, I'm familiar with that New York sound. Like, I honestly, I don't even remember because like I was so young when I was like listening to this kind of music. I don't know if it was New York that came first or LA that came first for me. I don't remember, but when I was young, I listened to both. Like when we were listening, like back then it was like Tupac And then when you look at New York, you had like, bro, the plethora. It might have been New York first. It might have been New York first when I think about it, because yeah, it might have been New York. Cause the way that they go about their bars, they like to talk slick.
Mm-hmm.
They like to talk slick. Like it's like they're leaning on the wall, like, yo, shit, like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I felt like for most of what I'm hearing from New York, except J1, don't even get me started.
Oh man, he could be mad, man. He was tweeting all day, dog, trying to defend himself.
Bro, that's the definition of pee-wee.
Yeah, we saw it was leagues. That's one of the things that we learned. Like, it's leagues to this diss track. Like, it's different tiers. Absolutely.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. So now that I'm looking at the diss tracks, I still said West won, because it was clearly like that beatdown was referee, call it, like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I put it a lot closer than how I originally did. Originally there was a gap, but when I went back and listened to some of the songs on the New York side, I'm not gonna lie, some of my takes still stay, but I kind of had to walk back some of what I said, to be honest. It's still a win for West. If you want to choose a winner, of course, overall, it's all for the love of hip hop and to take down Drake's lawsuit. But I put it a lot closer now than I originally thought, because now that when you kind of understand how New Yorkers are, like the artists out there, it's a little different. And then if you want to gauge it, because, like, to be honest, I'm in Canada, so I'm watching both sides, like, just like wholeheartedly. I don't really have like a bias.
Exactly. I'm from the South. I'm good.
There you go, right? Yeah. So I'm just like, I'm looking at both sides. I'm like, West, bro. Like, bro, y'all heard what Curtis King did to CJ Fly, bro? I've never seen such an evisceration a day in my life. So
call them baby teeth,
bro. Baby Grill is crazy, bro.
Baby Grill.
I love it.
But no, like I said, New York is a little different. They're a lot more slicker. There's definitely some jabs that was in there, no doubt, for whatever songs that were out there, but it wasn't enough compared to LA. It was definitely not enough. Of course, everyone's gonna have their own opinion. That's completely fine. That's just my own opinion. Just to, put it out there.
Mm-hmm. And I'll piggyback off that, off what you just said, Flex, because Joey, he really cared, like, for sure. He really carried this entire like for the East. Of course, he's the one who started off, like he had to, because he started the entire thing. But this really showed, like, the West Coast, they got unity, man. It's hard going against the West Coast, because, like, Kendrick, he already proved that. But at the same time, this just amplifies it a lot more. Like, they will defend themselves. And the West, it was just too consistent. Like, on their side. Like, the tracks that they had, they didn't really have any J1 type tracks. It was like, oh, man, what we doing? Like, and like you said, hip hop won, of course.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah, but it is, like I said, Joey, he is really the one that kept everything close. And Joey, even right now, like, he's starting the entire narrative with, should Kendrick respond? Should he not respond? Nah, because I see you in the chat talking about there's none of these discs that, like, in the last few days, none of them have any effect like Euphoria or Meet the Grounds. None of them have that. Like, like I said, there's tiers. You notice there's tiers now. So I don't see why Kendrick should stop his record-breaking tour, stadium tour, to go mention Joey right now. Not, at least not right now. Maybe in the future, but nah, not right now.
Nah, man.
So how y'all feel about that? Should Kendrick respond? How y'all feel about that narrative?
No, not yet.
Hell
not
no.
yet. I know that Joey is doing this because he wants the clout.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that he's clout chasing, but he wants the clout, and he's trying to promote himself. How much better is his album rollout gonna be if the king goes after you? I'm gonna say that Kendrick is the king right now. How much better is it gonna look if you defeat the king? I'm not saying that he's gonna defeat the king. From what I saw during the evisceration of Drake, from there's especially everything that has been said about Joey Badass.
Yeah.
All of the Diddy stuff is like, do you really want it? Like,
still nobody
hey,
sued.
are you
No
sure? Like we had a Meet the Grams. Are you sure you want that? Do you want to meet the Grams? I wouldn't.
Hey, he better stop playing before you turn him into a song now.
Exactly.
No, I don't think
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And how are you gonna stop touring? How are you gonna stop tour? Not even stop touring. How are you gonna pause whatever you're doing, go into a studio, record maybe 1 or 2 songs, and then drop it? How are you gonna do that? Go ahead, Flex.
Actually, salute to the Ville. I saw one of his videos. When he was in New York, he stopped by one of the studios out there.
Yeah,
He
I saw
has
that
gap
picture.
periods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he has gap periods in between his tours. So I wouldn't say he wouldn't go into the studio. I just don't think he's gonna do it at all. Cause the king is well protected.
Yeah, and we know that he has the funds to do it.
There you go.
he has the funds to do it.
Absolutely.
Just check out the tour, whatever the tour is making right now. Just check that out and then let me know.
And
a million per night.
Yeah, I'm just about to say, I don't think Joey ready for that spotlight. I don't think he's ready for that. Because it's not even just about Joey not having the bars or anything like that. No, Joey, he can. Joey's a rapper. He's been doing this since. He's a prodigy, right? But he's not ready for that spotlight. He's not ready for it. Kendrick, he's been training for this. Like, he's been behind the scenes. Like you said, listen to his breath control. Like, he's been building this since he's been dropping mixtapes since he became Kendrick Lamar. So, and Joey, he is a rapper. He sticks to hip hop, but he doesn't have that performance aspect. He doesn't have the chess moves that Kendrick has. He can dribble really well. He can have you feel me? He can have a total package, but he's never been to the finals before. So he doesn't know how to perform under the spotlight. And Kendrick, he has the Pulitzer, the Grammys. He has that. He's breaking, like, he's a part of our culture forever. Just think about the Black Panther soundtrack and We Gonna Be All Right. Just him being a part of our protest anthems. Like, he's forever cemented in our culture. Joey, he's a really good rapper. Kendrick, he's something completely different. And he's been that way for a minute now. So go ahead, J-Tone.
What you said about dribbling. That's what I've been saying that too. And in Curtis King's his live stream that he did with Daylyt was talking about dribbling, and he was talking about the mid range. Daylyt is all about the mid range, mid range shot.
I'll say that.
Joey Badass dribbles, goes around in circles. He'll go around you 3 times, and then he'll pull up for the fadeaway shot, because that's what's flashy. Yeah, he thinks he's Steph. He does this.
Hey, listen.
But
go ahead.
No. Okay, so let me finish. So basically what Joey Badass has to work on, and I think he'll get better with time because I see that his pen was getting better as the battle went on.
Yeah.
What I think he needs to work on is his directness and the way that his execution. If he works on those two things, his pen will be immaculate. Because that he already has a really good pen. But the problem is that he's dribbling and trying to look flashy, trying to have the better bars, but he's not getting to the point. And that's that's just piggybacking off of what Starsky said.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's that slick talk right there when it comes to New York. They like to talk slick a lot. Like if you just pay attention to some of the New York tracks, like whether it's like way back when, early 2000s and the 90s, or put it towards today, but away from drill, they talk slick a lot. So the issue is that I feel like they too comfortable in their own swagger. It's almost like
I was just about to say that.
They're not
familiar.
They're just not familiar with stepping outside of that zone. As like you said, as the battle went on, Joey definitely he was improving. That's what I'm saying. Like when I go back and listen to some of the tracks, like yo, first of all, I feel bad for AZ Chike. Man, I call him ass cheek.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I can't look at him the same no more.
Oh man.
That's good. That's good.
You know, but like,
oh man,
it was definitely improving, but at the end of the day, like I said prior, it's not enough. It's not enough. He did exceptionally well against all those different people in front of him, but like what Jay Tom said, you got to learn how to direct that shot, just like Drake. You got to learn how to direct, bro. Don't be shooting out in the sky all willy-nilly. Like, bro, you got to lock in on your target. If you can't do that, you already lost from the beginning, and like, it's not gonna look good on you when you really think about it. But at the end of the day, I still think Joey can take Drake.
Oh, yeah, I think so too.
Anybody could take Drake.
Yeah, I think so too.
My cousin can.
Yeah, man.
Jay Vaughn can.
Yeah, yeah. Piggybacking off.
I'm just playing with.
Saying,
hey, Jay Vaughn. I'm just playing.
Yeah, because he been tweeting, man. He been tweeting. But piggybacking off what Flex said, like this just shows the difference between the West Coast and the East Coast, because their personalities that it showed in this battle. The East Coast, they were extremely headstrong, like you said, cocky. They're loud and they're proud. The West Coast, like just mentioned, like Kendrick and his philosophy, he's a lot more calm, laid back, but of course, you still got that other side of them. And you can tell like the way they approach this battle. It was just more cardio on the West Coast. Like they had the cardio, they had the numbers. They could just like I said, like Daylyt himself was going like he's dropping like going consistent, but like you said, Joey, I don't think he has that versatility to be able to go against a Kendrick. Kendrick, he's the style bender. He's the avatar, right? And you trying to go against the avatar, and you like Joey, nah, not right now. You got to train for that,
right? Okay. Let me just say it before I lose it. So basically, if what it consists of is studio time. If you have the money to go into the studio, which I think Daylyt owns his own studio. Daylyt owns his own studio. If you have the money to go into the studio, you can basically stay in there as long as you want. Drop as many songs as you want. And when Joey Bada said and laid the rule, 24 hours is a shot clock violation. Daylyt took that personally. He took that personally. So that's why he was trolling. And I kept telling people, hey, those two songs he was trolling. The last song, he was like, okay, Steez, I'm sorry for what I'm about to do to Joey Badass. I'm sorry for what I said, and I'm sorry what I'm about to do to Joey Badass. That last song he dropped the curtain on this whole battle.
Yeah.
Now Joey Badass may come back and say something, but to me the battle's over.
Yeah. I think he'll probably respond on his new album coming up. He'll probably throw some bars in. Of course. But go ahead, Flex. I know you want to say something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a point from like way back that's perfect for right now. But before I get to it, y'all notice on Ray Vaughn's side for his diss tracks, the recent ones at least, y'all notice that they were video game themed?
I'm
curious. Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, I was just like, yo, dude's really playing with you for real. Even on GoldenEye. I'm sitting back, I'm like, oh, you evil mofo. But
what was the first one he dropped?
It was
I don't remember.
What was the name of it again? When he was in the street, when he did the music video for it. Yeah. And he was like kind of freestyling in the street. I'm forgetting the name of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember the name.
Yeah.
Let me
Here,
see.
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Ray Vaughn.
What is it?
Yeah, that was a minute ago too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's too many tracks that came out.
Whole era.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes, for whole era. Tekken. They flipped the Tekken theme.
Was it the whole era? That was the
really.
Yeah. If I'm correct, that was the Tekken theme that they flipped. And then for GoldenEye, of course, 007. So this dude was playing with him like N64 for real.
Damn, what?
Yeah. I pieced it together.
I know the GoldenEye one.
Yeah,
when I listened to the whole era the third time. Yeah. When I listened to the whole era the third time, I'm like, that's Tekken right there for real. It's one of the fighting game. Maybe it's Street Fighter, but I know Tekken. It's got to be Tekken right there. Right? So, honestly, Ray Vaughn did what he needed to do. I ain't gonna lie. He didn't need a drop after, bro. He played with him enough. But going to my actual point now, when we're talking about New York, when we're talking about LA, whether we want to talk about the South, you want to talk about Florida, wherever you go, do y'all notice how regional rap is making a comeback?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You hear that a lot.
It is so refreshing to put these borders up again. Let me just say that. It's been fun with what we had, but let's get back to what we know and make this substantial.
Absolutely.
New York sounds like New York again.
Yeah. So I heard a song. Actually, Texas music has been coming back on my live stream, on my live feed. Zero just dropped again after 3 years, a 3-year hiatus. Paul Wall is dropping continuously after the beef. Bun B came out of retirement and made a song with a Dallas dude.
Hey, Mexican OT.
Yeah.
Mexican OT is doing his thing. Hanu Mankind for any, I don't know if she's in here, but Hanu Mankind is about to drop an album.
Where's Big X?
Chameleonaire. Big X the plug too.
Yup.
He's from Texas, ain't it?
Man, he's one, bro.
Yeah.
That boy different.
Chameleonaire is about to drop an EP.
Damn.
He's coming out of retirement.
Damn.
Toby and Guacue. I'm seeing all these dudes on my feed, and I'm like, what
is going on?
Today, this morning, I looked, and I'm getting all those people. I haven't gotten them once these past couple of months. That's why I woke up this morning and I made that trophy. I don't know if you guys saw it. That trophy that said hip hop is winning. The winner of Crash Out 2025 is hip hop.
Absolutely. And I see y'all in the comments was talking about Joey calling out Cole. So a lot of people were talking about that. And they were trying to see, would Joey go against Cole? Like Joey versus Cole, how would that turn out? Because right now I got Joey. I got Joey, man. Because Cole, he's on that same thing. Like of course he can rap, but we've never seen him battle. And the one time we seen him really go at it, he was like, nah, made him lose sleep. So it's like, at this point right now, like Cole, his legacy is hurt, man.
He went to his vacation house, sat at the beach, riding his bike.
Yeah. It's like, man.
No, for real. There's actual pictures of him riding his bike at the beach at his vacation home.
That's all go to sleep, man. What the hell? But well, assess it a little bit for a second. Take the one diss track Cole did, and look at the ones Joey did. If you look at 7-Minute Drill, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of what he was saying on there, majority of it came from the internet, if not all of it. It looked like some Twitter talk. If you want to be completely honest. So
it had depth to
already. Yeah, like and remember all those freestyles he did, all those tracks he did, like, oh, greatest, I'm the sickest, I'm the shooter. I'm like, bro, you ain't got no guns. Your guns are at least like cap guns or something, bro. Like, y'all not real, bro. You know? But now you look at Joey and what he did and the performance that he put in New York. I ain't gonna lie, Joey might get it. Unless Cole has some like latent like energy that he can tap into. And other than that, Joey got that.
All I remember is seeing 7-Minute Drill and hearing it and thinking to myself, this dude isn't serious. He can't be serious. I heard the beat. The beat switch was nice. Now, if he would have went with that beat, it would have been a completely different story because you heard his tone switch.
Yep.
Like, I was just listening to it and I was like, he's not serious about this shit. He can't be. And then a couple days later, on the day that Kendrick said, hey, apologize to me, 5 years ago, or was it 9 years ago, that he made that prediction, somebody is going to try to battle me, and on April 9th,
oh my God,
or on May 9th, they're gonna apologize. It's like, what? All I'm saying is, he, like, if he really wants to battle, he's gonna have to come with his A game.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
There is no like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna dip my foot in the water and see how this goes. It's not gonna be that. It's either you're in or you're out.
Oh yeah, J. Cole, there's no more second chances. Yeah, he has to do. Yeah, of course. Like he already released his what was the last track, Clouds, and people loved it. Of course, I reacted to it. I was like, of course, classic J. Cole. But still, you got that taste in your mouth. It's like, you talking
like dog water.
Exactly. It's like, you
A
got
lot
a
of
real
gun
bad
bars.
aftertaste. Yeah, a lot of I'm the best, great. I'm the GOAT. Still, nah. Well, I'm not trying to hear that right now.
Man,
I ain't trying to hear that right now.
Chihuahua ass down, bro. You tell him that.
Yeah, it's like,
hey yo, I played that shit 3 times on my reaction. I liked it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I sat there and I liked it. It was a good vibe.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, I haven't played it again.
And that's it. That's it. It's just a vibe. That's it.
It's just a vibe.
Issue. That's actually another issue with music. Longevity. That's also another problem as well.
Yeah.
No? Think
Absolutely.
about what we went through in the past decade. Or maybe if you want to go towards like maybe 2022 and then go back a decade, or 2023, go back a decade. None of those songs, like there was barely any songs that longevity that says like, oh, let me go and listen to da 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 whatever song, right? We don't. That's another issue that we need to recapture again. That longevity. Cause like think about it. When you go back to like the '90s now, or you go back to the 2000s, their longevity is like solidified forever. If you're on my channel, you know we do our song battles. We did at least like 3. Hey, we got a winner right here. Me too. Don't worry. But look at that moment. Look at that era, and then compare it to today. You have all this quantity with barely any quality. That's a bigger issue than people realize.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, you can have both. It takes strategy. It's going to take a lot of work, a lot of strategy to make it happen. But as long as y'all understand why we are here, then any goal that we can set, we can achieve every single one of them. But we need to lock in. That moment to lock in, to really understand, like, we are here. This is bigger than music. Yes, we want to get paid, no doubt. We need to understand, like, we need to capture the audience, not just have the audience. The same thing what Kendrick said on Euphoria. I make music to electrify them. You make music to pacify them. You make music that people want to hear, and then Kendrick is making music that people absolutely need to hear.
Facts.
Look at Mr. Morale. People are still dissing Mr. Morale, but low key they be crying in their rooms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so
that's why they hate it, because it's making them feel something.
Yeah.
Well, that just goes to show you that their feelings are just not in check. They need therapy.
Exactly. And that's why they go to Drake to pacify them after they hear Mr. Morale.
And you understand why Toronto is the way it is.
Yeah.
All right.
No, but to be honest with you, like, Toronto, I've heard you guys have spitters.
Oh, absolutely.
You guys have spitters. If the spitters were actually, promoted, like I keep saying, it would be a totally different story.
You know what's so crazy? Now, I don't know if this would have helped him within the battle or put it like it might have put Toronto in a different light, to be honest, if it's during the battle after Kendrick dropped Not Like Us. Like he needed like a hit to go against that hit, and he never even tried. Funny enough, I don't know if anybody here realized or even know. The same way how Kendrick had the dancers, like the clowners and the crumpers, Toronto has crumpers too. He could have leaned on that and mocked Kendrick in that kind of way, but I don't even think Drake knows that Toronto has a large crump community. Salute to yes, I'm a part of it. But yeah, like that's
he
another,
doesn't know
like, it shows you how out of touch he is.
Yeah. That's it.
He doesn't know his own.
It's just
he doesn't.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Yeah. That's all I gotta say, man. Like you have all this talent. Like you have all this talent all over the city, and you're not fully utilizing it. It took Nokia to make that happen. Nokia made you realize, let me go get some. Not enough.
It's not enough.
And see, the problem with Drake is that he doesn't know where he comes from.
Nope.
No identity.
What's his name?
Subcomandante.
No cultural cachet. There you go.
He doesn't know where he comes from. If he would have stayed in Toronto, maybe it would have been a different story. If he would have stayed in Tennessee, it would have been a different story. But he decided that he wanted to bounce around and steal people's sounds, and he doesn't know what sound is his. That's why when it came down to writing his own music at the end, when all of his ghostwriters abandoned him, that, to be honest with you, that's what happened in The Heart Part 6.
Yep. That's it.
All of his ghostwriters abandoned him. So he didn't know how to write. He forgot how to write. I'm pretty sure he wrote the first couple of tracks in his album, which The Weeknd, I know The Weeknd wrote some of them, but I'm pretty sure that he wrote some of it. But I'm pretty sure he forgot how to write in The Heart Part 6. All right, go ahead, Flex. I know you have some. You're itching.
Here's the thing though, because I agree with everything you're saying, except when it comes towards him not understanding where he's from. The issue is, and I've already covered the channel. Okay, what is Toronto culture?
Tell me, Flex, what is Toronto culture?
The issue is that Toronto doesn't even have a culture for real. The one thing about Canada is that they promote diversity. But the issue is that you promote diversity so much that it becomes your blindfold now. And now all you see is diversity. But the issue is, take it away, what's your base?
You're speaking facts.
That's a whole problem in itself right there.
Yeah.
Because when you think
and I
of
spoke about that a lot on the channel.
Because when you think of America, like,
I think I froze.
Going back to the regional sounds, we have so many different sounds within the American sound, and it's so saturated and it's so different. Like the New Orleans sound is completely different from Memphis sounds. And like the Memphis sound is different from the New York, and the New York is different from the West Coast. And
yo, Starsky, hold on. Your
mic. Yeah, your mic is staticky.
Yeah, we can't hear you properly.
What about now?
The same.
Nah, still.
Right?
Same thing.
Nah, it's still staticky.
But yeah, no, like going back to what I was saying, like these are the things that we need in Toronto to make it like really a great place, because we're missing an essence. We have all the variables, but we do not have an essence, and that's a problem in itself. And a lot of people here don't realize it. Like, look all over America. Almost every state that you go, there's some sort of culture. Go all over the globe. Wherever you go, there's some sort of culture. But when you come here now, what do we got? Maple syrup and moose? Like, let's be for real. There you go. Rebecca said, we have clutter. I hate it when you say that we don't use culture here in Canada. We have tons of it and no one uses it. That's a valid point too. That's kind of a valid point too if you really think about it. Because I'm not saying it in a hateful way, saying we don't have. That's not what I'm mentioning. I'm trying to shed light on what we do have, but because we're so tone deaf and we just care about the moment, we're never going to realize what we really do have. I still say we need to really build a base, though. That's the one thing I say.
But honestly, I think you guys have a base. If you really think about it, the person that has really cemented himself from Toronto is The Weeknd.
Yeah.
If you use his sound, maybe not completely, use his sound, you can use his style of beats. You can use a style of the way that he writes, not really the way that he sings. You can use the way that he writes or the way, like, his beats. A person that like like for example, here in Texas, I'm gonna use Texas. There's a certain sound coming from the beats, coming from the 808s, coming from, you know, is that bass, is that pop your trunk type of stuff that'll make your fucking trunk rumble just by listening to it, no matter how low you have the bass in your car. That's the type of sound from Houston. Also the chopped and screwed, but they've kind of gotten away from that for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying, like, it's just a way that you can cement your style. And Drake kind of took that too, the Houston sound. But we're not going to talk about that.
Hey,
But it's just no.
Mike straight.
No.
Static. Let me just say for your point, definitely we can develop a base for music, but culturally speaking, we do a lot of taking in terms of like our music. So I agree with you with the base where we can start, where we can develop, but if you want to go down the cultural route, like Toronto, like think about it. Toronto back in the day was very Caribbean based, mixed with the New York kind of vibe. Already right there, that's two separate places.
Hey, yo, Drayda said a good point right there. Some places don't have their own style, but as an artist, you have to create your own. Hey, what's up, Drayda? By the way, she's a Ya Tu Sabes community person. What's up, girl? She was one of the first ones.
Hey, that's what's up. That's the reason why I have this conversation is to end with that. That's what we need to do. We need to create our own. If not,
exactly,
even going towards what Rebecca's point is, like we might have the foundation to make it happen, but we still never created no proper base. Right?
Right. Subcomandante.
Like I said, we have a lot of work to do here. There's a ton of work to do. We've had enough fun. We need to lock in because our potential is so high, but it's like we don't fully realize it yet.
That's facts.
Absolutely. It's still going great.
Oh, there you go.
I'm good.
Hey, you back?
You're good. Yeah, you're good now. You're good.
You had to restart it.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back.
Speaking of that, the only thing I really that the Toronto sound that I'm used to is more like on the R&B side. You listen to like the Party Next Door, like that kind of like the wavy, like the dream like that type of vibe, but it's more still on that R&B side.
Yeah, it's just a sound.
Yeah, and I don't really because when I think of hip hop Toronto, I don't really think of like a unique sound or like specific instruments or anything that attach onto it. So I'll say that's gonna be the it's almost like you gotta curate that. If you're an artist, like man, but it'll be difficult because you'll have to be the trendsetter, you have to be the originator, and then you gotta get other people to join in as well. Then you gotta you literally have to create an entire a sound that is a direct reflection of Toronto. So what is that?
Right.
So what is like?
It's not necessarily Toronto. It's more Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
Because now when you look at the natives or the Aboriginals, they have their own. They literally have their own sound. They literally have. But it's like we don't even remember that they're there half the time.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times when some of us see a native, we're like, y'all still live here? Forgetting that they all are still here, that we learned about them in our history books during all of school.
Mm.
And as we like kind of like move out of like high school and go towards post-secondary, we kind of forget all of it. They have their own artists. They have their own community for music out there. But we're not doing any. We're not blending the music. We're not saying here, let's work with you to kind of just like develop something for you. Like it's almost like they're doing it on their own.
I feel you.
Right.
You know? And that's unfortunate.
Yeah, because even like even with the UK, they got their own sound. So they took a minute though, and that's the thing. It took them a long time to develop that sound, but now that they have it, we can recognize it as the UK drill, that sound. So it, like you said, we got to start building. That's the entire point of being artists, right? We got to create it.
Exactly. And on top of that, for the UK, honestly, their sound comes more from how they speak. Their way of broken English is kind of how the UK sound was birthed.
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah. So you gotta, like you said, so going back to just being just Toronto or just Canada in general, similar to how like in the South we have a lot of gospel, soulful type of samples in our hip hop. Like we keep that like religious Christian aspect, just spiritual aspect in all of our music, and that just goes back to our history. Same thing what you mentioned with the Aboriginals, not just the indigenous tribes.
Yes, indigenous. That's the better way to say it.
I was thinking about Australians and Aboriginal. But
they got their natives, they got their Samoans out there in Australia. So
yeah, I don't think about that. But yeah, the indigenous tribes, yeah. So it's like it's almost like branding. A lot of people say like branding is just synonymous with your reputation. So the Canadian reputation, like that has to be fully detailed. Like that has to be something that you can easily know. Like you can know like American culture. Like it's, even though we're hated, of course, that's a part of the American culture. It's literally we're known for being loud and just the food and like just being big and grand. So just finding out what is Canada's like culture just internationally, I think that'll play a big part of it as well.
So you said what is their?
What
was the question again? Sorry.
Like what is Canadians? What is Canada's like brand internationally? Like what are you like? You know how we see Russia, or we see like the UK or Japan, or like I said, America. So what would the brand be for Canada?
Well, they are nice.
Yeah, that's one of them.
So they could say that they could say that their beats are nice.
So I feel like once y'all figure that out, then it'll be a little bit easier to put that into the music.
But that's the diversity part, because Canada has let in so many different immigrants. Yeah, it's a huge mixed up pot of people from all over the world here. So you'd have to figure that out with what we have. So it's almost like you got to take a little bit of everything and make something with it. And I don't know if that's going to really do anything for Canada, to be honest.
Yeah, that's exactly what Drake did, and we hate him for it. Yeah,
there you go.
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's like I said, it's a big issue.
Absolutely. So, all right. So it's about 8:00 right now. So anything else y'all got before we go ahead and wrap it up?
Phenomenal conversation, man. I really enjoyed myself.
Very phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shout out to the chat. Every single person in this chat is appreciated, man. I really enjoy it here. Salute to Starsky Studios for making this happen. This is definitely
Hell
an
yeah.
incredible experience, and hopefully there's more.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hell yeah,
It's
man.
the very first one, the first time I've ever hosted something on my stream. I think this is my third time ever doing like some type of collab. And I just want to do a lot more collabs this year. Like I said, like we were just talking about throughout this entire live stream, like it's us now. It's us now. So we got to build our own portion of the YouTube. We've, like I said, these last 2 years, we've been carving our own section of YouTube. So a lot of my audience is also part of your audience. We all similar Discords. We all in each other's chat. So man, appreciate y'all for, like I said, this was short notice. But this is the first of many. Absolutely. So appreciate all y'all in the chat as well. So anything else, J Tom, before we leave out?
Last question. I always ask this before I get off. What is the state of hip hop right now? What is the temperature of hip hop right now for you guys?
For me, I'll say it's like I said, it's heating back up, so I say it's a little bit lukewarm. I would say what's a little bit hotter than lukewarm. We getting there. We're starting to bubble again. Like we're still getting we're rebuilding. We're in that rebuilding phase. So absolutely, we're not cold. We're not like 23% declining.
It's not cold anymore.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we lukewarm. We heating up.
Flex.
Hip hop got a strong heartbeat. It might be partly cloudy outside with a chance of rain, but that heartbeat is strong right now. Healthy heartbeat. So
hell yeah.
Sky's the limit, man. Just got to take off and start flying. If you can't fly, learn.
Absolutely.
If you need help, get help.
Yeah.
Make it happen. That's the goal.
The way
Andrew
I said
it right. Under construction.
That's good. Under construction. Exactly. All right. Anything else?
So, yeah. That's all I had.
All right. That's
all I had.
That's great. All right. So yeah, that'll be a great way to end it. Appreciate all y'all. Make sure y'all go check them out. They'll put their descriptions, channel descriptions in the description. Y'all make sure y'all go check them out. Like I said, this will be the very first of many. So see y'all again, man. Appreciate all y'all. Make sure y'all have a great night.
Yes, sir. Flex Mob. Y'all know the vibe, man. Flex Mob. Let's go.
Exactly. Hey, Flex Mob. Hey, Ya Tu Sabes community. You guys already know. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.